was. And
I knew who he was. I didn't know half the negative stories about him. I knew some of them. I knew some of the stuff that he was doing. I didn't know about Mama Dia. I didn't know about the kid stuff. I didn't know some of that, but I did know he was putting his hands on on the women. I did know that he was doing the cult shit. I did know that he was doing the false teachings of Dr. Sebi. Like, I knew a lot of that shit before he came on here. Yeah. But no, I didn't know.
When he first got on the app, he was helping him, trying to maneuver the app and things that he needs to do and don't do and things like that on the app. Where did smoke come from? Where did smoke come from? If you knew that ahead of time, where the smoke came from?
When I found out about the kid stuff. Yeah, when I found out about the stuff that he was doing, saying about kids and all that sort of thing, I completely stepped away from the man in every way.
You was watching him for 5 years.
Yeah, and I didn't. That's a fact. Yeah, because I didn't, like, when I say I was watching, I wasn't like an avid follower, you know what I'm saying? Like, I heard about him in 2016, and then I heard about 18, and I'm like, oh, that's the same dude. And then I knew who he was over this course of time. Like, I'm not one of his followers. Like, I don't follow him on social media. I don't. So I just knew of the person and who he was, like the same way that anybody in here would know who Jake Paul is. Like, I don't follow Jake Paul, I just know who he is and what he's done. I know that some of the shit that he's done over life and that I don't support the man. Like, I don't know him, I don't follow him, but I don't necessarily support him either.
I don't agree with some of the shit that Nature Boy do.
I respect
that. He makes sense on.
I respect that. I think that my personal opinion on the man is
at the same time. I just know at the same time, and I know you big on energy. If I don't like somebody that much, I'm just gonna block their ass and keep it moving.
Oh, I mean, as far as my personal broadcast is concerned, the past 4 or 5 days, I haven't really said much about it. People come to me and say stuff to me all the time because I did a 3-day protest about him, like a straight 3 days without stopping. So, yeah, people come to me and talk about it, but in the past 3-4 days, I haven't really said much. I just, anytime he's come into my live, I just kick him, I mute him. Like, it is what it is at this point. Like, for real, I could care less about what's going on with that nigga. Like, what I have to say to you and what my niggas have to say to you, it have nothing to do with Nature Boy, bro. For real. It's just personal shit that I have no rights to say what another man thinks over internet space, right? I don't have that right. No matter how much I want to tell you, right? So I don't have no hate in my heart for nobody. I don't care what nobody doing. I really don't. I don't support certain things with certain people, but that's not my business. You know what I'm saying? What I do care about is the shit that I'm about to talk to you about. If you give me an audience, you give our friends, my people an audience. Like, we all have something that we want to talk to you about. Nobody else. Branding.
Give me your WhatsApp. Shoot me your WhatsApp. We'll chop it up before we have on any conversations. We got to find out what it's about first, so you don't want to set it on.
You got a WhatsApp? I could tell you on WhatsApp. I'd be comfortable telling you on WhatsApp.
Hold on a second. I'm about to.
I just want to be comfortable telling other people. Always, you're not Brandon Keys. You look like a level 12. Brandon looks like he's got some other shit. Do you have? Hold on, let me see. We. You said we. Yeah, yo, 0 beans and 1,500 diamonds, bro. That's not a we effect, my nigga. I'm just saying. Brandon's got more like 17 million beans and 11 million diamonds. If you know how to count, I know how to count.
Hey, you see this page right here in the comments? See that page right there? Keys HQ. Message that page right there.
All right, I got you. Hold on. Let me follow this one right here. All right, bet. I'm gonna message that one. Hold on. Bet. Thank you, bro. That's all I'm asking for. All the other shit for the bird, bro. I could care less about all this other shit, for real. People can think whatever they want, but.
Hey, yo, Brandon, mute the counter for a second. 1 second. Mute the counter for 1 second.
Johnny always want to mute the camera.
Hey, look, number 5. I understand where you're coming from, but where you lost me at, you said you've been watching this man for 5 years. You didn't know everything about him. I found out about this dude in 3 hours. You know everything. On YouTube, it's all public record, bro. It's all public record. I mean, that don't make sense. don't make sense. That don't make sense at all. How can you say you followed him for 5 years, which means you was digging what he was doing? If you was following him for 5 years, I wouldn't follow that dude for 2 hours if I didn't, like what he was doing or didn't agree with him. You know what I'm saying? But 5 years, that's a career.
Can I talk now?
That man's career.
Okay, no, actually, sir, this is what I said. This is what I said, and I clarified it very clearly if you were listening, so I'm going to clarify it again. I said, I knew of the man. I didn't say I follow him. I said, I've known this man for 5 years. I've known of him. The same way we all know about Jake Paul and his brother. I wouldn't say none of us were followers, but we all know of this person. I was not Google searching this man. I was not YouTube searching this man. I did not follow this man on Instagram. I do not follow him on any of his other social media. So no, sir, I did not know about the specifics of who this human being was and what he was doing.
You just said you followed.
No, sir, I did not. And I'm going to clarify again.
For 5 years.
I said the same exact sentence, sir. I'm going to say it again. I said, when I said I followed this man, I didn't mean in the sense of social media and searching and social media to figure out who was doing what he was doing. What I did say, there's people even saying Donald, no, he didn't. Read Trina's comment. No, sir, I did not say that. What I did say, sir, is that I don't follow this man. I knew of him in the same manner that we all know about Jake Paul. In the same way we do. I don't know what Jake does every day, but I know that he took a picture of a dead body. I don't know if he molests children, and if I ever found that out, I would step 100% away from Jake. But I saw him knock out Nate Robinson, and I was laughing my ass off, so I wouldn't have done that if I found out that he's touching on babies. So what I'm saying is, what I found out about this man was stuff that I found out when I come to this app, because I didn't know the specifics about him before coming to this app. I just knew who he was and what, like, he had a cult, he was living in Costa Rica. I didn't even know he was in America, so I didn't know shit about this dude. All I knew was the social media shit that we all kind of knew if you kind of knew who he was. I didn't Google this person. I didn't YouTube this person.
You went on a 3-day crack binge.
Sir, what you're talking about is 100% fact, because if in that 5 years I had done any level of research about this human being, you're facts. You're 100% correct. What I'm trying to tell you is I've never done any research on him until I got to this app.
You knew of him for 5 years.
And I never did research. Yes, that's exactly what I'm telling you.
Okay,
yes.
Explain to us how you knew of him for 5 years.
Because I heard his name the first time when I was on YouTube in 2016. It was about 5 years ago. I was on YouTube, scrolling through YouTube, and I saw the name.
People, she about to try to take Ashley's
and I saw the name Nature Boy and Eligio Bishop, Carbon Nation, and I watched it a little bit. It was back when he still had that one that light skinned girl with like the African, God bless you women, the afro, the afro hair. She had like real short, put together afro, real light skinned, real beautiful woman. I forget her name. I think it was Aya, but I was right around that time that I figured out who this person was, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever, he's doing his little thing down there, and I didn't know anything else about it. I continue to do my music, I continue to do my gaming profile, because what you don't know about me, bro, is for the past 4 or 5 years, dog, I've been working my ass off on my own social media. I don't have time to be following niggas like that, so I didn't know.
Okay, I just want to know, like, I've been following Keith since Facebook all the way back. It's been a long time.
Right, but you follow this man as in the sense that you push the follow button on the social medias, right? I've never pushed the follow button on Carbon Nation or Nature Boy ever. I just know.
You don't have to follow him to be in this shit.
What you know about him?
Exactly what I'm saying to you. What I'm saying to you is before I did that 3-day protest, bro.
Hold on. Hey, folks, let me ask you, what you know about him from the 5 years? What you know about him?
You asking me what I know about him? About Nature Boy?
Years.
What I know for a fact about Nature Boy is that he puts his hands on women, that he runs.
No, I'm talking about, but for the 5 years that you was following, almost 5 years, what did you know about him?
From the 5 years that I followed him, I knew that he had a cult. I knew that he had hit a couple females, and I knew that he was taking people's money for no reason. I didn't know much more than that.
And you were still cool with showing them how to maneuver the app and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Before you even, hold on. Let's say you didn't find out about the comment he made about the child until you got on Bigo. So, but for the 5 years, you was cool with that though. But everything else you did, you was cool with it, no problem. You still even showed him how to maneuver Bigo and stuff like that.
No, I wouldn't say I was cool with him at all, though. But like I told you when I first said what I said, if I have an opportunity to speak to a person that I feel is doing something negative, I'm going to do my best to correct you. I'm going to do my best to show you the way out of there, to be a better person and how to be a better human being. So when the first time I ever spoke to this dude, like you're saying, like, yeah, I knew that he had put his hands on his wife. I knew that he had a cult. I knew all of that shit. So that's what I told him. I said, my nigga, you cannot be putting your hands on your women. You cannot be doing this. You cannot be doing that. You cannot be doing this. I said, you cannot be doing that, blah, 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 blah. Like I was telling him. And from what people were saying, same as, I'm pretty sure you can say the same thing right now. The people that were